Okay, so this was a trade I took today on Nasdaq. I took a short in the afternoon, and I want to show you why I went short here. So we are technically we are in a 4-hour and a 1-hour fair value gap to start the day. I'm not necessarily bearish, but I think I was a little bit bearish today. But we did kind of have a decent move up after a sell-off during London session. We were still in an hourly fair value gap here, as you can see, but I didn't really see any opportunities for me to short. We kind of dumped in the morning, but then we kind of just V-shaped back up. It took today's data lows and then pretty much shot up for the rest of the morning. But like I said, I was kind of looking for a short anyways. I didn't really get an opportunity until the afternoon, and I'm going to talk about why and what I saw. So as you can see here, so we have the ES here, and we have the Nasdaq over here. We did create SMT divergence, so ES took out this recent high here, whereas Nasdaq did not. So this is where you get that divergence. So if we zoom in more so on the 1 minute, so I did kind of take it on the 2 minute, but the 1 minute was the correct time frame to take it. If you took it, I kind of got a bad entry, but I'll kind of discuss why. So we do have that SMT divergence. And if we zoom in here, after we took out that high on ES and Nasdaq did not, I was ready looking for a change in the state of delivery, which we got pretty quickly. So the 2 minutes where I saw the change of the state of delivery. So these up close candles here, so these last 4, this is where I thought the green light to go short was good. So we had the change of the state of delivery here. And if you go to the 1 minute, we also had it up here. So we did have these up close candles here. So once we crossed that with displacement here, so as you can see, we came up, broke this low with displacement down here. This was my sign to look for a short. I did enter on the 2 minute, which was not the correct entry, but what can you do? So I kind of wanted to treat this as a breakaway gap here. So this is kind of where I had my stop, but I entered on this at this tap of the 2 minute fair value gap. But if you go to the 1 minute, my ideal entry was up here. 1, into this bearish fair value gap, and 2, this was the change of the state of delivery. So this is a pretty sensitive area. As you can see here, this is where it kind of really started to dump. I did have a little bit of drawdown, but I did have my stop here. This was the breakaway gap. So if price came up to this gap, I was more than likely going to be wrong anyway. So I did deal with a little bit of drawdown, but it wasn't too much. So yep, entered here. As you can see, we did come up here and we dumped. We did create a bullish fair value gap. This was kind of my sign, like, okay, I'm on the right side. So we did inverse it. At this point, I did move my stop up to the high of this. So I decreased my risk a little bit, but not too much. And I was specifically targeting, so this was, I'm really proud of myself for doing this, but I wasn't targeting these lows here. I was targeting these relative equal lows, and the reason I was is because to me, this was more of a protected low, because this was a turtle soup entry for a long if you wanted to take that. We took out these lows into this fair value gap here, and then that's when we kind of made that move up, at least on ES, made that move up to take out the recent high. So I didn't want to target that low. I targeted these lows, low hanging fruit. I thought it was a safer option, and as you can see, it was probably the best the best exit you could do, because after we took out these relative equal lows, we bounced back and kind of chopped a little bit and kind of actually went up. This, I would have gotten stopped if I would have held my original stop loss, so I'm glad I took it off there. But Yeah, so that was the short today. So I entered in short at 12:30, 12:33 to be more specific, and then pretty easy trade. I made 1,200 bucks. I did take a loss early in the morning on something I'm kind of back testing, but I'm using funded money, so I guess it's not back testing. But oh, excuse me. Yeah, easy trade. Good end of the week. I don't think I'll trade tomorrow because I had a nice $1,500 week on a short week. Christmas break, whatnot. So, yeah. So that's my trade. I hope this helped somebody. I'm still new. I'm not very good at this, but this was a good trade. This was a nice setup, and yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed.